What's the point of having a massive YouTube audience if you can't use that audience to help change and inspire the world? We knew that there was a need in Guatemala as far as several people that would never have the opportunity to walk again. So we contacted Ford, who we had done a massive collaboration with the year before, and helping people have the opportunity to take one step further, or in this case, a lot of steps further.
When they become an amputee, they lose a part of themselves, and the hope that they have is completely sucked out of them.
I'm dedicated my whole life to this job. After I went to study, I saw many problems with the disability people. I saw how I can help people doing braces and prosthetics. Somebody can go inside to my office in wheelchairs and crutches, and we can see how these people start to walk.
Te vas a volver famoso, hasta en el internet vas a salir.
¿Será?
¿En serio?
Lo amarré para que yo camine.
The hope that this kid had was amazing. He felt shunned from his society because he was different. For a lot of amputees, they feel like they're a menace to the society because they can't go to work. A lot of them end up on the street begging, sit at home, and their mom and dad have to take care of them, or their wife or their kids have to take care of them because they can't go to work anymore.
Have you ever had a prosthetic leg before? No. So this is the first time?
Most of the time, especially in this country, we have problems with the money because you can see how the people live. And this is my job. This is the reason why God, I think so, put me in this job, because He knows I can do something different for the people. Vamos a hacerte algo bien diferente.
Nació sin su piecito y entonces nosotros empezamos a dar vueltas para ver si ella podía caminar. Nos dieron una ayuda y nos llevaron allá con el doctor Julio.
When I actually first started seeing her play football, I got emotional. I was like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. But it's just amazing just seeing these people, knowing like this girl wouldn't be able to walk or play with the kids. Like, to me, like being a kid is playing, like that determines it, you know. And to go without a leg and not have those experiences, like those are, I think, pivotal things that kind of determine your growth and everything.
She's had a leg her whole life. She's turning 4 next month. And we played soccer with her, we danced with her, we had an awesome time. And it's really amazing to me because I have a daughter that's over a year old, and to see how much joy that Jasmine gets by being able to run around and play just like my daughter, her name's Lola, does.
But it was touching as a mother to see that a little girl, even though she came to the world with some hard circumstances, that there's so much hope in the world. Even though her family maybe couldn't even afford this treatment, that there are people in the world that are willing to help and do these things, and good doctors. I feel like it makes me grateful for what I have. It makes me feel like I want to give more to the world. Amazing what just a little bit of love and a little bit of support to other people can do.
This is one of the first times that Team Supertramp has done a project like this, where it's really, we're just going to give back and just kind of do what we can to make the world a better place. And it's also the first time that we get to share an experience like this with our families.
It was a pretty amazing thing to see, just to know what this little girl's life would have been like, and seeing what it is like and what it's going to become because of the prosthetic leg. Just being kind to people is step one. It's free and everybody could use a little kindness in their lives.
In our research in college, we found that the need for prosthetic care in developing countries is astronomical. There's so many people. There's 30 million amputees worldwide, but only 2% have access to prosthetic care.
Cuando tenía 16 años, iba camino al colegio, justo un problema de frenos. Yo estaba parado al lado del conductor, chocó con un poste de electricidad y yo salí por el vidrio de adelante de la camioneta. Luego el bus siguió, pasó sobre mi pie. Con Julio he podido pues, tener prótesis que me ayudan a caminar y trabajar bien, ¿verdad? Tener una vida más o menos normal.
So there's a huge need for prosthetic care in Guatemala due to accidents, due to diabetes. Those are probably the two main contributors.
¿Cómo te sientes?
Pues aquí, animado.
¿Animado?
Emocionado.
Emocionado, me imagino que sí. ¿Hace cuánto tiempo que te pasó el accidente?
Un año.
¿Un año? ¿Hace un año sin caminar?
Un año sin caminar. Soplan los cables de atención. Pues estoy quemado todo.
Si yo te pidiera ahorita que caminaras, la pregunta es, ¿lo podés hacer vos solo sin que yo te indique nada? ¿Crees que vos podés caminar sin que yo te indique nada? ¿Sí? Ok. Dame la mano. Así se hace.
¿Cómo te sentís?
Bien,
Sí. And after they walk for a little while, we'll take them outside and let them walk for a little bit longer distance with the aid of crutches or with a walker, just to make sure they feel comfortable. But to see them go home carry their new prosthetic is an amazing experience. After a week and a half worth of hard work, to see the fruits of your labors, them walking home, that's awesome. A lot of the people that we serve don't live within Guatemala City. They live in some little tiny towns 12 to 18 hours away. And so for them to come and get the prosthetic care they need, it's a community effort. The community rallies together, mom and dad rally together, grandma and grandpa, aunts and uncles will rally together and buy their bus tickets to get them into Guatemala City to get their prosthetic care.
What?
So this is Angel, and he has a prosthetic leg. And honestly, you would never know that he has any disability because prosthetic legs have given him the chance to be a boy again. He actually is missing several of his fingers, and he didn't come out with his leg. So because of prosthetic legs, we're able to actually give him a leg so he could walk again and have a normal life. This procedure can have such a dramatic effect on people's lives, and it changes his life forever.
I found out that he's actually going through an adoption process right now, which is amazing because it's giving him another chance.
This one person that we're going to help in a little tiny mountain town is really going to add a lot to their community, because he can now open a little shop, or he can now open a barber store, or open a farm, or whatever it may be, because he can now walk again.
A las dos me las quitaron porque nacieron mal.
No me diga.
Sí, a los 4 años me las quitaron. Primero cuesta, porque no es lo mismo.
¿Qué hace que una mujer sea bonita?
Su personalidad, porque imagínate, puede ser muy bonita y si es odiosa.
Estaba trabajando y una extensión del rodillo para pintar tocó en unos cables de alta tensión que tenía atrás. Fueron 13,000 voltios que entraron por las manos y salieron por los pies. A los 15 días de tener el accidente me amputaron la pierna.
He donated a leg, he got a job at McDonald's, working, and just the fact for him to be able to go back to work was amazing. But the hope that we gave him to go back to work gave him the courage to go back to school. And we met him again last year, and he came back and said, I'm 1 year away from my digital media career. I think about his kids now that he's going to have. His kids are going to grow up saying, you know what, school is important. My daddy went to school, even though it wasn't easy for him.
Because of this experience, I will be a more grateful person. I want to do more with the body that I have and the things that I can do, because we really have no limitations on ourselves being healthy like we are. And they have a lot of limitations, but they're doing the best they can with those things. And so I just want to do more with the blessings that I have.
So 14 years ago was his accident, and he went 11 years without having a prosthetic leg. And so I said, how's it going with the new leg? And he said, well, I've kind of gotten used to, he said, you kind of get used to only having one leg. And so he says he always favors his one leg, even though he has two now. He says you just kind of get used to living with one.
Un cable de alta tensión me tocó en la parte de aquí,
Mira.
Gracias a esta prótesis puedo caminar. Sí, la verdad que sabe que yo lo que quería era morirme, pero ya al año, 2 años comencé a tomar fuerza nuevamente. Vi casos más peores que el mío. Vi personas sin las 2 piernas. Entonces dije yo, no, si ellos pueden, que yo no. Imagínate que así como estoy yo, no en cualquier lado me dan trabajo.
He only had one leg, so he just kind of sit on the ground and shine people's shoes for him. But he needed money, and instead of begging, he just go out and try and find little jobs to make money and to keep himself busy.
Antes del accidente, yo era muy agresivo. Me gustaban los problemas de la calle. Tuve varios accidentes que me salvaron de la muerte. Tuve experiencias tremendas. Tal vez si no fuera por el accidente ya no estuviera en este mundo. Estos 11 años me han servido para reflexionar.
A veces tenemos que pasar por cosas feas para cambiarnos y ayudarnos en partes de nuestras vidas, ¿verdad?
And as soon as we gave him his leg, he says, my wife is going to go back to being a mom. To see my talents and to see the knowledge that I've received be translated into a prosthetic limb, and to see somebody put that on has really struck a chord in my heart. To see somebody be able to walk again for the first time in 10 years, it really is a humbling experience. I don't know if I can really explain it very well, what goes on inside of me to see somebody walk on something that I created, to see something that I built change somebody's life.
Her amputation was 3 years ago.
Yo iba caminando por la línea y me caí, me metí el pie debajo del riel y el tren venía cerca y yo no pude sacar mis pies y ahí me quedé.
My favorite person was Gloria, and she lost both of her legs to a train accident. And then after her accident, she was like 30 years old at the time, and then she had 2 kids, and then her husband left her because she lost her legs. But she kind of talked about how that experience made her a fighter, and she has to fight every day to survive, basically, and to take care of her family. And I just was really inspired by her strength. It really helped me appreciate my life and made me grateful for the life that I do have. And I don't have to fight as hard every day for just survival, but I hope I can be a better person because I know her.
Anterior lo que más me gustaba es ser un doctor.
¿Quieres ser doctor?
¿Por qué ella no?
¿Todavía puedes ser
¿Todavía
doctor?
puede ser doctor?
Porque durante estuve en el hospital,
Ajá.
pues sí, algunos doctores, calidad todo, pero lo que sí me bajó la moral, un doctor que entró y nos dijo un montón fue...
Nunca una persona tiene que romper tu sueño. Todo lo que quieras hacer, lo podés hacer. Todo lo que tenés es que querer. Y si querés, vas a poder. Pero que nunca te rompa el sueño un doctor. Eso es como, imagínate, que alguien te hubiera dicho, usted ya no va a poder caminar. ¿Qué hubieras hecho? No te tenés que dejar vencer. Puede que te haga falta una pierna, pero no te hace falta ni cabeza ni manos para hacer las cosas. Y nunca te preocupes de lo que la gente diga. Quien te lo haya dicho, simplemente demostrarle que sí vas a poder caminar. Y lo importante es lo que vos creas.
Listen to their stories, and they are touching. They've been through some horrible experiences. The Team Supertramp to come out here and film this is really an incredible blessing for all of us who have had the opportunity to participate. This isn't an easy place to live, but they make it work and they help each other.
¿Estás nervioso?
Un poquito.
¿Un poquito?
Sí, un poquito.
Porque es su primer prótesis, ¿verdad?
Su primera prótesis.
¿Y hace cuánto tiempo ha pasado desde su accidente?
Hace 1 año, 3 meses. En un accidente volcamos en un pick-up, un carro.
Dice que cuando tengas tu pierna vas a conseguir muchas muchachas.
Más de las que tengo.
At first he told us how nervous he was before he had started walking, and then he started taking his first steps. He just got so excited, and the thing he was most excited about, he said, was to be able to play soccer. And then another one said that he was so excited that he would be able to take the bus to get to places because it was too hard to take the crutches with him on the bus. So he'd always have to walk places or try to get a ride.
En su momento no fui consciente del alcance que tenía la ayuda que nos estaban brindando. Realmente me dieron más que esperanza. Me hizo realmente darme cuenta de que yo también era capaz, de que yo también podía ser entusiasta y buscar una forma de salir adelante, porque Claro, tenía mi prótesis, pero siempre la cuestión era algo cabizbajo o solo intentando sobrellevar la situación.
Yo tenía como 10, 11 años cuando me enteré de que me iban a amputar la pierna, y cuando me lo dijeron sí, no sabía qué decir. Sí me afectó bastante porque me preocupaba cómo iba él a superar eso y cómo iba a seguir adelante.
They feel very worried because they don't know which is the future about these families they have. After they start to walk, I'm sure they're feeling different because they can see future, they can see opportunity for these guys.
Being in Guatemala has really opened my eyes and helped me realize the opportunities that are around us to help and to serve others. It's amazing to see how drastic their lives change after they get a leg and are able to walk again and do what they love.
We can change lives. When you can change lives, you can change your own life. But you don't need to forget they are only humans. I don't know if it's about people, good people, they are humans, patients. And we need to help everybody. And we can do it. They don't have money, but they have a spirit. And for me, this is enough. If I have a good health, I have everything. I don't need more. And they don't have it.
We really have no limitations on ourselves, being healthy like we are.
Through this prosthetic process, people can receive a new life.
And when he first got his leg, he already wanted to start playing soccer.
Stood up and he said, I feel like I could run in the Olympics.
There are many people in this world who are suffering. They have it worse off than we do, and why not give back?
There's so many people who need our help. We've only been able to donate 160 legs, but yet we've donated 160 legs. And that's 160 people who are back at work, who've always had a desire to come away from the life they were living, but they couldn't. I feel like I've been blessed with different talents and different abilities, and I want to be able to pay it forward and help somebody else out. And to know that that one prosthetic leg that I donate is going to help Dad go back to work, or help the 16-year-old kid finish his education, that's the least I can do. You know, I feel like I've been very blessed in my life, and if I can do that for one person or two people or 100 people or 1,000 people, I can't replace that.